Today we are going to make our Aztec suns out of clay. And they will look something like this. They will have the space in the middle, just like the Aztec suns, and then they will have patterns on the outside. So to begin, you will get a piece of clay about this size. You will have a rolling pin or a couple at your table you will have to share. Then you will get a box full of clay things, including a tracer. This is how we will trace our sun. And then many clay tools to create patterns and to cut our clay. So to start, we will take our small piece of clay and we'll take the rolling pin and roll it out, creating a slab. Roll it just very lightly, a little bit at a time, in many directions. If you were to keep rolling it out one way, it would become very long. But because our sun is this shape, we know we have to make it bigger in all directions. So I'll do a couple this way, a couple that way, a couple towards me. Just keep going just a little bit at a time. You don't want to do it too much so that it's so thin. Then I'll check. I'm almost there, but not quite. So again, I'll roll it out a little bit more. If you need help with this, I'm happy to help. Again, I'm almost there, just a little bit more. And that's pretty good. Even if it's a little bit off, that's okay. Then, to cut our sun, we're going to use this knife. It's called a fettling knife. You will put your sun, the orange sun, in the middle. Hold it with your weak hand. So most of you, that will be your left hand. Then with your right hand, you will use the fettling knife to cut the clay, taking it slow and being as careful as you can. I will start at an edge and I'll have it go right up to that paper and follow the sun. As I cut a section out, I can pull it away. I will continue to do that. I'm holding the sun with my weak hand, my left hand, and cutting slowly around those edges. And I want to go straight down as I cut, like this. I don't want to go into the clay. I want to go down, not diagonal, but down. Then I will cut towards me, doing the same thing. Now if you have to walk around your sun, you can do that. You need to kind of get in different angles so you have an easier time to cut. That's okay. So again, I'm holding it and cutting around that paper, pulling away pieces when I cut it off. Now if you notice when I was cutting, I want to make sure that this part, this little part, is facing down. That's how you cut it, just like that. Getting any edges that seem a little rough. And then I can take my sun off. And I'll just take my extra clay and I'll put it to the side. Now that I have the shape of my Aztec sun, I'm going to begin to draw my face. I have many tools to choose from. Wooden tools, plastic tools, all different things. For my face, I'm going to start with 2 eyes, just like we did when we drew our Aztec sun. They can be any shape eyes. Now I'm not pressing too hard because I don't want my clay or my knife or tool to go through. So just gentle. Now that I have my head, and do my nose. Again, this can be any shape nose. And then, of course, my mouth. circles. Now that I have my face, I can use my tools to create patterns, both inside the face and the rays. So I'm going to take a tool to make small circles. And I'm going to go ahead and do small circles on my rays. Again, not pressing too hard because I don't want it to go through, but hard enough so that you can see it. Then I'll take this tool, kind of the little rough edges, and I'll go ahead and make some lines. Again, making a pattern, meaning it repeats. Shapes in these designs repeat. And then I could take another tool. Maybe I'll take this edge of the tool. And you can make different patterns and different indents even with the same tool. The way you press it just might look a little different. Then I think I might go ahead and do my little dots around my face again. Creating lots of pattern, meaning repetition of shapes. Once I am completely done with my sun, meaning I have my two eyes, my nose, my mouth, and then patterns, you are done with your Aztec sun. Raise your hand and Miss Bune will come around and carefully flip your artwork over and write your name. Next week, we will glaze or paint our Aztec suns.